SpaceX isn't just a rocket company anymore. It's becoming something far more dangerous. A private empire, built by the richest man on Earth, with more influence than some governments. And if SpaceX finally goes public, Wall Street may create the first trillion-dollar monopoly powered by satellites, AI, defense contracts, and human dependency itself. But almost nobody is talking about the real risk. In 2008, SpaceX was nearly dead. 3 failed rocket launches, cash running out, employees panicking, then one NASA contract saved everything. Now, the same company controls global internet access through Starlink, launches military satellites for the Pentagon, dominates commercial space launches, and could eventually control the infrastructure of future AI systems. That's not a startup anymore. That's power. And this is where things get scary. For years, regular investors were locked out of SpaceX, while billionaires and private funds quietly accumulated shares behind closed doors. Why? Because insiders knew something the public didn't. SpaceX isn't being valued like an aerospace company. It's being valued like the next internet. Recent private valuations push the company near $350 billion. That's larger than many historic American giants combined. And if an IPO happens, retail investors may rush in exactly when the smart money starts taking profits. We've seen this movie before. Tesla turned Elon Musk into one of the most powerful people alive. But SpaceX could be even bigger. Why? Because Tesla sells cars. SpaceX wants to control orbit, satellites, global communications, military logistics, planetary transportation, possibly even future AI infrastructure. One company, touching everything, and almost nobody noticed this. The US government is becoming deeply dependent on SpaceX. NASA depends on it. The Pentagon depends on it. Ukraine relied on Starlink during war. Even intelligence agencies increasingly rely on private satellite systems. Think about that for a second. What happens when one private company becomes too important to fail? Wall Street loves monopolies. Governments fear them. But Elon Musk understands something most billionaires don't. Infrastructure creates permanent power. Not apps, not trends. Infrastructure. Railroads built empires. Oil pipelines built dynasties. The internet created Silicon Valley. SpaceX may become the infrastructure layer above Earth itself. And if that sounds insane, remember, people once laughed at reusable rockets too. But the real problem is much bigger. An IPO could transform SpaceX from a visionary company into a financial weapon. Quarterly earnings pressure, institutional investors demanding faster profits, political influence exploding overnight. And suddenly, the company building humanity's future in space may answer to Wall Street first. That changes everything, because public markets don't reward patience. They reward domination. And what happened next could shock investors. If SpaceX becomes publicly traded, millions of Americans may pour retirement money into a company they barely understand, driven by Elon Musk hype, social media frenzy, and fear of missing out. Exactly like previous bubbles, except this time, the stakes are global. Because this isn't just about stock prices anymore. It's about who controls communication, defense, AI infrastructure, and eventually space itself. One billionaire, one company, too much influence. And history has never handled that combination well. The terrifying part, SpaceX may actually succeed. And if it does, the future of capitalism may no longer happen on Earth.